Hey everyone, it's Sean here, your guide to Warcraft, and today I'm doing my full guide on the new pet battle dungeon for Wailing Caverns that was added in patch 7.2. Now, I run the dungeon normally, and I was originally going to do a video sort of just giving my opinion, and my main opinion was I wish there was a mode that you could run through where you were not allowed to heal your pets, and you would have to go through it a lot like the Celestial Tournament back in Mr. Pandaria. Once I had exited, I found that mode existed on a weekly basis, so I'm going to do my full run through here. I have edited it together, but I will do my best to explain what is going on. Now, you're going to need a lot of pets if you want to clear this, and I will be putting all of the combos and all of the details of the ones that I used in the description below. So if the video is not as easy to follow, or if you just can't maybe see what exact pet I have, hopefully the description can enlighten you on that. Now, like most dungeons, you're going to start off with trash mobs, and that's exactly how this one starts. Now, you're going to encounter 3 packs of, I guess, 3 trash mobs in each, and basically the first packs are very easy. You just want to use any level 25 pets that you won't need later. They're pretty expendable, the first ones will not give you a problem, so this comp that I'm using here is completely random. I don't think I've even probably used any of these pets before. Just drag them out at random, take out the trash to start with, and that is going to be the most easy part done. Once the trash is cleared, you're going to approach your first boss of the dungeon, and this is the Son of Scum. Now, the 2 main pets that I use to actually beat this guy is the Mechanical Pandaren Dragonling, a very useful pet, and the Lil Bad Wolf. And obviously anything else you need to know will be in the description, but if you follow my moves as followed. So what I do first is obviously a decoy, as always, to soak the damage, and then you just want to continuously use breath on the Dragonling. There's no point using Thunderbolt. And you just basically want to use breath to burn him down. Obviously, he is a mechanical pet, so he does get a bit of an extra, I guess, a bit of a second wind in him. When he dies like that, you can come back and you can keep attacking. Also notice that Scum, even as a boss, has 2 trash mobs behind them, so once you actually kill the boss in question, you still need a pet or pets alive to finish the fight. Now Mechanical Pandaren Dragonling has died, but you can see I've got the Son of Scum's health pretty low, and this is where I just get in my Lil Bad Wolf. Again, this is just the pet team that I am using. It's one that if you want to use, this is what the guide's for. If it's one that maybe you don't want to use, that's fine. I'm sure there's plenty of other configurations and other pets that people will use. And well, here you just want to use dodge, and then you want to use howl to double damage, and then just use your basic attack there to finish him off. And now you can see I've got pretty much 2 pets alive and 2 trash pets, and the trash pets are very similar to, well, if not similar, they are the same trash as the ones you should have previously just killed, and they will cause you no problem at all. Your pets will probably just be a bit worn down after the battle that you've just had. Now, my Lil Bad Wolf there just took quite a hit, so, and I'm already on very low health, as you can see, with, I believe this is my Kirin Tor Familiar. Really, the third pet is completely up to you. I've just used the Pandaren Dragonling and the Bad Wolf. Third pet can be anything you want, but there is the risk of, if it is a good pet, one that you might want to use later on, that it can possibly die, and like I said, if it dies, you cannot heal or revive the pet, so pick one that is probably good but expendable. You can see my Kirin Tor Familiar just survived that. Now, before we can progress on to our second boss of the dungeon, you have more trash to deal with, and this time it is cobras, and these are going to be of uncommon quality, so their health plate is green, and they also are counted as elites, which means they have a buff which reduces their damage taken, so they're not going to be as easily dealt with like the trash at the beginning of the dungeon. You don't really want to use random pets to kill them, especially if you don't have many pets. You don't want to be wasting pets that you don't need. So what I would advise is use a mechanical pet. They are very strong against beasts depending on the one that you pick. Here I've got, like, I believe it's the blue Mechanobot thing from Dalaran, and it's level 25, and I'm not saying get 3 of the same pet, but there are 3 Cobra packs that you are going to have to deal with, so 3 mechanical pets that are good against beasts, and then 2 random pets to back it up, and you should be fine. And once you've cleared those, that will allow you to move on to our second boss of the dungeon, and this is called Hiss. Now, this is where the Zandalari pets are going to excel. I'm using the Kneebiter and the Anklerender, and if you're familiar with the Zandalari battle pets, you want to apply your Black Claw, and then you want to use Hunting Party, and this will swarm the boss, causing it to take extra damage. And you can see his HP is pretty much already down. Sadly, he did kill off my Zandalari, whatever one it was. That was actually the Kneebiter before I could finish it off. Then I just reapply Hunting Party with the Anklerender. I always get these names mixed up. And then hopefully I should just be able to kill it here. Again, took me very low. Probably could have been done a bit better, especially if my pets, I guess, had a bit more speed. But then once you've done that, you'll be left with another basic 2 trash mobs to back it up. The Zandalari pets are always quite good and always quite reliable, and especially good at taking down the bigger elite sort of style pets. And then I'm using, was it Zuen? I don't know how you pronounce his name, but he is the, I guess, the Celestial Cub from the Celestial Tournament, and he is very good because he has a nice way of healing himself to full health, and apart from an 80% hit chance on his moves, he is extremely reliable. And again, he's a pet that I'm going to be using for the remainder of this dungeon, just because I believe he is extremely good at sort of doing good damage and healing himself up, which means that hopefully he's not going to die, because if you lose a pet team or pets die and you fail, you'd have to reset the whole dungeon to go back and retry. So it's important that you kind of one-shot all of this. Now again, we're back to trash mobs, and this time you're going to have to fight 2 slimes. Now these slimes are now of rare quality, and again are elites, and they take reduced damage, and they are not an easy obstacle to get past. So here's what I would recommend you do. You get 2 Dragonkin Pets. Now these pets have to be using abilities that are strong versus magic, because like you saw there, I was using Eula, and one of them is not enough to beat this. It takes it to about half health. These are pretty much almost like fighting 2 mini-bosses, and I have to use the Dragonling pets that are strong against the magic user of the slime to actually take him down, because otherwise it's just, it was a really tough obstacle. And again, it's very, like the Cobras, it's worth using an engineer pet. With this, it's worth using 2 Dragonling pets per slime, and then I'm using Zen again, the Celestial Cub, just to back him up to deal with the trash at the end. Obviously, you don't have to use him, but use a pet that you might think is reliable, that won't die on the trash, and maybe can heal itself up, or just take a lot of damage. But again, just using 2 for each slime, so that's 4 Dragonling pets in total. So just get 4 different ones of those that are good against magic, and you should be sorted. Now, we're moving on to the last boss of the dungeon. Now, this is the budding, ever-living Spore, the mini version of the boss in Wailing Caverns. And this is where I'm utilizing the Falcazor mount. Now, I'm using the Snowfeather Hatchling and the Direbeak Hatchling. Now, I'm using Cower to start with to take reduced damage. Then, similar to the Zandalari pets, we're using the Hunting Party ability, which swarms him for 2 rounds, which deals double damage. So, we used the Zandalari before. Now, we're using the Falcazors, because I think the Falcazors are even more effective. Now, once he's taken double damage, you want to use that, what was it, that leap ability? I don't know what it's called, but it will do 1 big leap. Now, once you've done that, you want to swap out to the Direbeak Hatchling and basically repeat. You want to use your damage reduction ability, then go back to Hunting Party, and then do another leap at him. Now, it is also worth noting that this boss, he does AoE damage to your team. He's not doing strong single target hits. He's doing 1 AoE, like, mist that takes down all the team together, which means that if you don't kill him before he does enough attacks and AoEs your team, you've kind of lost. So you have to do it quite speedily. So here we go again, last leap. Now you can see he's on a sliver of HP. No pun intended with the Cobras, but yeah, he's on a sliver of HP, and then you just want to use Hunting Party again. That will take him down. Now, as always, we're left with 2 trash pets. Luckily, these are just trash pets. These aren't elites or anything like that. But after the AoE damage that your team will have just taken, you're going to be pretty wiped out. But hopefully your Snowfeather Hatchling from before that you swapped out will still have some kick left in it like mine did, and you just want to use its damaging abilities as much as you can. Now you may notice we've not actually used our third pet yet. This will have been taking AoE damage as well, and this is where I'd advise you get a third pet that could heal, or maybe, like, I picked the Iron Star just in case. I didn't know how this was going to go. I picked the Iron Starlet because I thought maybe I will need some extra damage. Turns out he's on 10 health, and the raptor has more speed than me, and he killed me. But because I picked a mechanical pet, came back to life and was able to use my power ball to finish that pet off. And I was able to beat the dungeon. It was my first attempt. I was pretty blown away. I was happy that I had cleared it so fast. So once you've done it, you just want to turn around and you just want to jump off the edge. And it's not enough to kill you, don't worry. It's just a quick shortcut back down to the NPC where you can just use the teleport out. I'm not sure why there isn't, I guess, another way of getting out, but what the hell. And once you teleport out, you will just be able to talk to her, and you should get your achievement, and it is a bind on account pet battle achievement, and it is the pet battle challenge Wailing Caverns, which means they could possibly implement more of these. I believe in the Q&A they said that depends whether people like it or not, and you should be awarded the Son of Scum pet, and if you did the first run through the dungeon you should have a level 25 battle stone. So I just took my new Son of Scum pet, leveled it up to 25 instantly, and I'm sure I will use that someday. Maybe there's a lot of pets, maybe never, but hey, it's cool to collect and it's cool to get that done. There is actually, though, a bag. Now, this is actually the damp pet supplies, and they have a chance to contain 3 more pets: the Cavern Moccasin, Everling Spore, and Young Venom Fang, and these are cageable, so you could sell these, and this is repeatable once a week, so you can go and do this more than once to get those rewards. I'm guessing that anyone has got them so far, but well, the problem might have put them on the auction house, and they'll probably be pretty expensive, so it might be something you just want to do each week once you, I guess, get the method down. But that's pretty much it for this video. Before I go, I would like to say that, well, during trial and error and attempts at clearing this on my first attempt through the not being able to heal, I actually lost 18 pets. Maybe doesn't sound like a lot considering I cleared the whole thing. You are going to lose pets as you go, obviously. You can't heal or reuse the same ones. But I lost 18 on my first go, so not sure if that's good or bad. And my total clear time was 37 minutes 52 seconds. I did, from the recording, was able to, I guess, make a time, and that's a bit long, and it's a lot longer than obviously the cut down version that you have for this video. So I'm contemplating whether just each week go back, try again, and just try and refine it down, and then maybe in like a few months time after doing this, maybe re-release another guide which will just be a lot more refined and a lot more specific. I'm not sure if there's really going to be a demand, because after that it will have been out a long time. There's going to be so many other guides on YouTube and it might not be needed, so depending on what people think, if you really want like another one in a few months, I could try and work on that. But if it's something that this one's good enough for and you think, nah, there's not really much point, let me know in the comments, because I'm not sure what to do. Either way, I'm going to be farming it for the pet, so I might as well just see what I can do. But again, that's pretty much all for this guide. It's been probably one of my long ones, if not my longest. I really don't know, probably my longest. But that is it for this one. Be sure to subscribe for some more Warcraft guides. I really hope this helped you, and that's it. I guess thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.